everyone? Coach David here with Metro Jiu-Jitsu. So, this is in high school. Now, I have no idea what your high school experience is like. But I've said this before. High school is very much the story of the haves and the have-nots, or the think they haves and the know they have-nots. So, it's made up of the cool kids and the not-so-cool kids. And whether that's the jocks are the cool kids, or whether that's the jocks are the cool kids, or if you went to a weird high school like I did, that the actual band kids were the cool kids. There are no cliques here at Metro Jiu-Jitsu, and it's very, very easy in a lot of Jiu-Jitsu academies for it to get cliquey. It's very easy for it to be like, well, just the high ranks are going to roll together, and the low ranks are going to, they'll just kind of beat each other up over here in the corner. And it's very much so like if there's one thing that we will not tolerate, and we work really hard, it's to build that culture that will not tolerate that. And think about everywhere else you go in your world, there are cliques. Like, you go to a workplace, I've had several members. I mean, we work real hard to build this culture on our team, like with the people who work for us as well. And in your workplace, there are cliques. The sales guys stick together, and then or even on the construction team, the guys who bid the job, they're kind of cliquey, and the guys who actually do the work, they don't like the guys who bid the job because there's always tension between that. And then maybe if you're in the banking realm, whatever divisions those look like, there's cliques, and you kind of stay together. The best way to build that culture so that it is not cliquey is to check somebody the second they start to talk about somebody else that has nothing to do with what you're talking about. So I've heard a, and I'm going to paraphrase this. I'm probably going to butcher it, but it was something to the effect of, great minds talk about ideas, good minds talk about events, and little minds talk about people. So if you're just spent talking about people, now it's one thing to be like, hey, I heard that this happened. What do you think about that event? That's one thing. But if somebody starts talking to you and they're like, hey, did you hear what happened with Susie? She did X, Y, Z. Or, I can't believe she did. Just stop. You're wasting my time. My time's the most valuable thing I've got. I'll make them feel real weird real soon. Because that is vinegar in the lemonade. That is poison in the water. That is whatever analogy you want to use, to where a little bit of that is going to destroy the entire pile. And we've seen that. You've seen this happen. If you want to look at a social example, okay? Look at a social example of when things are divided. When things are divided, people are divided, man, that will tear apart a culture. And so that's something we won't tolerate at Metro Jiu-Jitsu. And I think that if everybody got into practice, imagine if nobody had anywhere to go to gossip. If nobody had anywhere to go. Like, if I tried to gossip to somebody and I was like, I got Jordan watching right now. So I was like, hey, Jordan, can you believe that Eli did this? And he's like, yeah, sounds like you should go talk to Eli, bro. And then he walks away. And then I go to someone else, and I was like, hey, Johnny, can you believe Eli did that? Sounds like you should talk to Eli. Go check that out. Like if you had nowhere to go, you're going to be like, well, frick. Now that's how you build that culture, because it's just unacceptable. Cross the board. Legitimate complaints, sure, you address those. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about that petty stuff, or the things where, what we're talking about. It's that high school drama. But it doesn't stay in high school. We see this in the workplace all the time. I had probably a 15-minute conversation with a parent, and she's leaving her job. She's leaving her job because of this same sort of division dissension that's going on there, and it was a real good job. So again, I'm not sure what your high school experience was like. Mine sucked. I know a lot of people sucked. Some people was good, but if you're looking for that team, if you're looking for that tight-knit camaraderie where everybody's a team, and no matter your social class, whether you're making 7 figures a year or you're just starting off at, as a barista trying to work your way through college or whatever, you're gonna have the same rapport as everybody else on that mat. It's one of the beautiful things I love about Jiu-Jitsu. Guys, I'm Coach David with Metro Jiu-Jitsu. As always, I'll see you on the Mets.